Did that just say my account got banned? I think it just said I got banned in like a second before it kicked me. Let's see. I'm gonna try to refresh the app. People have been complaining about that 10-year ban for no reason, and I've been like, well, I don't know what to tell you because, you know. Yeah, I got banned.
You got banned?
But then it also says connection terminated. It's so weird. Okay, so this is what happens. Connection terminated, please reconnect. And then I say, it says your account has been banned. The ban will expire. Yeah, in 10 years. So I got the 10-year banned.
A few moments later.
Let's go. I'm unbanned, baby.
What's good, everybody? We are back with another Call of Duty Mobile video. Hope you guys are having a fantastic day today. So as you guys saw from the intro, we're talking about a subject that has been talked about, especially on the Call of Duty Mobile subreddit, a whole lot over the last few days, and primarily due to the fact that a couple of days ago, Noah from YouTube got both banned and unbanned from Call of Duty Mobile. And that means a lot of things for the game, especially given the way that Tencent has communicated about it. So we're going to be discussing the issue, some of the resolutions that we've already seen, and probably what needs to be addressed by Tencent and Call of Duty Mobile in order for the game to be a safe place for people to be able to play without having to worry about being unfairly banned. If you guys enjoy this video or definitely agree with anything that I say, make sure to drop a like down below. We're going to go for 2,000 likes on the video. Also, make sure to subscribe to the squad if you guys haven't already. I am literally posting Call of Duty Mobile videos every single day. So if you're stuck inside your house because your school is closed or because your job is not happening right now, this is a great place to be. Also, if you are one of those people that feels that you've been unfairly banned, feel free to post a screenshot of it in my Discord. Link for that is in the description. I'm going to be doing my best to work with the community on getting people unbanned that have been unfairly unbanned, or that have been unfairly banned, because there actually are quite a few of those people on my friends list. But anyway, like I said a few days ago, Noah from YouTube, you guys probably know him, he's one of the biggest content creators in the community, was live streaming Call of Duty Mobile. Obviously, if you're live streaming the game and he live streams it with a hand cam, there's not really any way that you can do that and conceal hacks at the same time. And actually, while he was streaming, ended up getting banned from Call of Duty Mobile. Now, surprisingly enough, this has actually happened before in a game that we played previously called Rules of Survival. Noah was improperly banned because there are times that games put into place auto-ban systems where effectively, if a player is reported enough times, he'll automatically be banned from the game. So Noah's actually been banned from games before just because of a broken auto-ban system. So it wasn't too terribly surprising, especially given the fact that I've heard an increased number of reports about people being unfairly banned in the game, and the bans are actually for 10 years, and there's no way for them to be appealed. So obviously, that's sign number one that something needs to be changed in the ban system if there's no type of appeal system. And there's also no evidence given to the players of why they were banned. It basically just says you were banned for 10 years. Better luck next time. So obviously, I think most people assume this was the result of the auto-ban system in Call of Duty Mobile and weren't terribly surprised about that. But then I looked on the Call of Duty Mobile subreddit earlier that day for the community post. They actually had addressed hacking and the ban system because there was an increased number of reports on the subreddit of people claiming that they were banned whenever they weren't actually hacking in the game. And what it says is actually pretty interesting. So if you look up top, you can see it says March 12th community update. This was actually the same day that Noah was banned from Call of Duty Mobile. It says, we've received many reports over the last several weeks about bans that were perceived to be unfair or false. As the COD Mobile community team, we're happy to bridge the gap between the players and our security and enforcement team to make sure something like this isn't ever happening in error. In the last couple weeks, we have bridged that gap by sending up a great many of the banned players' information, 50 plus, to be checked in all the cases, and they came back as legitimate bans. Interesting. So far, we have not seen a single case of a ban coming back as an error. Keep in mind, Noah was banned later that day, and his ban was reversed the following day. We completely understand the alarm about this. But not only have we seen no signs of errors, but the number of bans being given out over the last several weeks is no more or less than previous weeks or months. If you have specific questions, Now, this is really interesting because effectively what Call of Duty Mobile is saying right here is that they have a flawless ban system that is incapable of error, and because it's incapable of error, they won't ever be looking at bans that they've given out and reversing them. So what this means is that once they receive a large amount of reports on a single person, effectively somebody on their team actually looks at the player's account and determines, I'm assuming by watching gameplay, whether or not the person is hacking. And it's really interesting because obviously Noah is not hacking, and there is proof of that by watching his gameplay, because not only do you see his gameplay, but you can see his hand cam while he's doing it, proving that he's not hacking in the game. So what this means is effectively there must be somebody evaluating these bans on Tencent's team that doesn't really have any idea what criteria to look for when looking to whether or not they should ban somebody. This is a huge issue because if Noah could be improperly banned, then that means basically anybody that's been banned in the past could have actually been improperly banned just because the people looking at whether or not to ban don't understand the proper criteria they should be looking at when it comes to banning people. You guys probably remember a couple months ago I made a video spectating a hacker called Enclave in Call of Duty Mobile. He was using a username that has been known in the past as one of the top hackers in the game, and just by looking at the gameplay, it was pretty obvious that he was hacking. He didn't have a whole lot of skill in the game outside of his ability to aim, and it was pretty easy to see him aiming through walls and tracking other players that he couldn't even see. That, coupled with the fact that he almost never jumped, slid, drop-shotted, or did any type of advanced move, even though he was at the number 30 spot on the leaderboard, was pretty obvious evidence that he was hacking in the game. Despite all this evidence, and also me making a video on the fact that he was hacking, he went on for months at a time playing the game without being banned. Now, I don't know if he has been, and I'm sure by now, more than likely with the current ban system, he probably has. And that itself is not an issue, but I have a feeling that the current ban system is a result of them trying to address players like this that receive large amounts of reports, and as a result of those reports, ban them from the game. But unfortunately, it doesn't seem like they are currently requiring the proper amount of evidence in order to do so. Now, as with everything that happens in the Call of Duty Mobile community, the Call of Duty Mobile subreddit took this and ran with it. There has definitely been no lack of Call of Duty Mobile ban memes on the subreddit over the last couple of days, and it's definitely been a trend on the website. Basically, if you continue scrolling through all the top posts, probably 1 in 2 or 1 in 3 of them will be related to either the ban system or Noah getting banned and unbanned. And I think that the common trend is less that people are upset that Noah got unbanned and more about the fact that it seems like you need a pretty big amount of influence in order to get your bans reversed. Now you can see right here, it seems like there have been a few people on the subreddit that have actually managed to get unbanned, and I've seen a couple reports of people getting unbanned in my Call of Duty Mobile subreddit. And by subreddit, I mean Discord because I'm an idiot. But regardless, there are still people that haven't been unbanned from the game. And on top of that, it's pretty obvious that in general, Call of Duty Mobile needs to change their policy when it comes to approaching bans because their system right now is pretty flawed. Obviously, we want them to be addressing cheaters and hackers in the game, but we also don't want for fair players and people that are just good at the game to have to worry about being banned for no reason just because there were some kids that were salty that they lost to a player that was better than them. This is probably one of the most notable cases that I've seen because this is actually what I believe to be Indian pro player that ended up getting banned from Call of Duty Mobile. He got the 10-year ban. My account got banned 4 hours after buying the color spectrum, for which I had saved up money for. So obviously this guy had a pretty big reason to be upset about being banned from the game. It wouldn't really make any type of sense for a hacker to buy the color spectrum given that it costs like $150. That's not something that you want to just throw on the line just for kicks and giggles. And I was actually looking, he changed this comment since the last time that I looked at it. He was actually unbanned. I'm guessing that he didn't update the fact that he was unbanned just so that people would go watch his YouTube video, but regardless, he was unbanned later that day, but The moral of the story is more that you shouldn't need a 2,000 plus upvote Reddit post in order to get unbanned from the game. So it's obvious that Tencent is moving in the right direction in regards to addressing bans, and especially players that have been unfairly banned. But regardless of that, we definitely need some type of an update from them about how they're addressing it, because we haven't really heard anything from them since that March 12th community post, and having players unfairly banned from the game is definitely not something that you ever want to be seeing from a game. Like I said at the start of the video, if you feel like you have been unfairly banned from the game, feel free to drop a screenshot in my Call of Duty Mobile Discord, and hopefully I can do my best to work with the developers and try to get their attention in regards to players being unfairly banned. But that is going to be it for the video. Hope you guys did enjoy. If you did, drop a like down below and subscribe to the squad if you guys haven't already. And I'll see you guys next time.